Hello boys and girls. Welcome back to Sekolah Bahasa International Kindergarten by Book and Food Edu Cafe. I am Mr. Kevin from Romania, the headmaster of this lovely school. In this video we will listen to a magical story. It will help you practice English listening skills. The story today is called Snow White. It is a fairy tale with a good message for everyone. Now let's listen together. Here is Madam Jasmine, your teacher from Malaysia.
Hello everyone, I'm Madam Jasmine, your teacher from Malaysia. I will tell you the story of Snow White. This is a story about kindness, jealousy, and true love. Listen carefully. Are you ready? Let's begin the story. Long ago in a large kingdom, a queen looked out of her window on a snowy day. She wished for a baby girl with skin as white as snow, lips as red as a rose, and hair as black as night. Her wish came true. She had a baby girl and the baby was very beautiful. They named her Snow White. The queen was happy, but sadly she became very ill and died. The king later married another woman. The new queen was very beautiful, but she was also proud and jealous. She wanted to be the most beautiful woman in the kingdom. As Snow White grew older, she became more and more beautiful, and the queen became jealous of her. The queen owned a magic mirror. She used the mirror to look at herself every day. One day, the mirror showed that Snow White was now the most beautiful in the land. The queen became angry and wanted to remove Snow White from the palace. She ordered a huntsman to take Snow White deep into the forest and leave her there. But the huntsman felt sorry for Snow White. He let her go and left her in the woods. Snow White walked for a long time. She was tired and afraid. In the middle of the forest, she found a small house. She went inside to rest. Everything inside was small. There were 7 tiny beds and 7 tiny chairs. Snow White lay down on a bed and fell asleep. The house belonged to 7 dwarfs who worked in the mountains. When they returned home, they found Snow White sleeping. They decided to let her stay. Snow White cleaned the house and helped with daily chores. She was kind and cheerful, and the dwarfs liked her. Back at the castle, the queen discovered that Snow White was still alive. She became angry again. She made a plan to harm her. She created a red apple and put poison inside it. The queen went into the forest in disguise and found Snow White. Snow White took the apple and ate it. Soon after, she fell to the ground and did not move. She was not dead, but she was in a deep sleep. The dwarfs were heartbroken. They made a glass box and placed Snow White inside it. They watched over her every day. One day, a prince passed through the forest. He saw the glass box and looked at Snow White. He felt something special and gently kissed her hand. Suddenly, Snow White opened her eyes. The poison lost its power and she woke up. Snow White was happy and healthy again. The prince and Snow White returned to the castle. They were married in a big celebration. The queen was never seen again. From that day on, Snow White and the prince lived happily ever after. What can we learn from this story? We learn that being kind is more important than being beautiful. Snow White was kind, helpful, and gentle, and in the end, she was happy. The story also teaches us that jealousy can bring sadness, but kindness brings love and joy. That was the story of Snow White. Thank you for listening so well. This was your English listening practice for today. You listened to a long story and learned new words and ideas. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, follow us on TikTok and Instagram for more fun and helpful English learning videos. See you next time.